Your teeth are rotting, and it is one of the most modern things about you. For almost all of human history, cavities were rare. Not uncommon, not occasional, rare. The skulls of hunter-gatherers who lived 15,000 years ago showed decay rates below 2%. You would struggle to find a cleaner set of teeth at a modern dentist. Then, something changed. Around 10,000 years ago, in the farmlands of the ancient Near East, humans began growing their own food. Wheat, barley, lentils, soft, starchy, ground-up carbohydrates that coated the teeth in a film of sugars the mouth had never encountered before in such quantities. Within a few generations, the decay rate exploded. Skeletons from early agricultural settlements show cavities in up to 15% of teeth. Later farming populations push even higher. In some medieval European burial sites, archaeologists find virtually no adult with a complete, undamaged set of teeth. The story of human dental health is not a story of progress. It is a story of collapse followed by a recovery we are still in the middle of. So why were hunter-gatherer teeth so good? The simple answer is diet. Hunter-gatherers ate meat, fish, tubers, nuts, and raw vegetables. Their food required serious chewing. The abrasion wore teeth down, yes, and older individuals in these populations do show significant wear. But they did not show decay because decay requires fermentable carbohydrates, sugar, starch, the things the bacteria in your mouth convert into acid and use to dissolve enamel. Without those foods, the bacteria had almost nothing to work with. The mechanism works like this. Streptococcus mutans is the primary cavity-causing bacterium. It feeds on sugars and produces lactic acid as a byproduct. That acid dissolves the mineral structure of tooth enamel. The hole it leaves behind is a cavity. The bacterium does not create the hole by itself. You have to feed it first. Here is the part that surprised researchers. In 2014, a team led by Christina Werner at the University of Zurich used ancient DNA extracted from dental plaque on medieval skeletons to reconstruct the community of bacteria living in medieval mouths. What they found was that the composition had shifted dramatically compared to pre-agricultural populations. Streptococcus mutans had become dominant. It had not always been dominant. In hunter-gatherer mouths, the microbial community was more diverse, more balanced, and far less dominated by the acid-producing species. When agriculture arrived, and with it a diet full of starch and sugar, it selected for the bacteria best able to exploit those sugars. Farming did not just change what people ate, it changed the ecosystem inside their mouths. There is a second twist. The Industrial Revolution made things worse again, for a different reason. Refined sugar, previously expensive and rare, became cheap and abundant in the 19th century. Decay rates climbed sharply in populations consuming the new sugar supply. And then, in the 20th century, we invented fluoride toothpaste. We drilled and filled. We added fluoride to drinking water in many countries. For the first time in 10,000 years, cavity rates began to fall in the industrialized world. But only there. In regions where traditional diets persist and processed foods have not yet arrived, teeth often remain in the same condition they were in before agriculture. The Timane people of Bolivia, who eat a diet of rice, plantain, wild game, and very little processed sugar, show decay rates closer to pre-agricultural hunter-gatherers than to the populations in the cities a few hours away by boat. Their teeth are not extraordinary. They are normal by the standards of almost all of human history. It is our teeth that are the exception. Which raises the obvious question. If we know this, if we have known for decades that processed carbohydrates are the root cause, why has the diet not changed? Because processed food is cheap, convenient, and engineered to be irresistible. Because sugar is in almost everything, including the foods labeled as healthy. And because the bacteria that cause cavities are not a fixed feature of the human mouth. They are an adaptive response to what you feed them. Change the diet, and over time, the microbial community changes too. One study found that volunteers who switched to a traditional diet low in processed carbohydrates showed measurable shifts in their oral microbiome within 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Your dentist is not the solution to a timeless problem. Your dentist is the response to a 10,000-year-old mistake. Hunter-gatherers did not have toothpaste, dental floss, or twice-yearly checkups. They had a diet that did not give the bacteria in their mouths anything to work with. The enamel did fine on its own. Now you know.